Welcome to this yoga flow class. You may start sitting in easy pose or you may start sitting in hero pose, which I do. I use a block and a little pillow here to support me. So we start off with a 3 minutes meditation. So find your position here. Take your shoulders back, chest forward. And if it feels good for you, then you may close your eyes, put your hands on your thighs, palms upwards. And then take one deep inhale. Hold it short and exhale through your mouth. Once more. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale through your mouth. Last time. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale fully out. And then you can turn back to your normal breath. And you may imagine that you're feeling that the light is falling over you like a shower, over your head, over your face, over your shoulders, and down on you, to your hip, your thighs, your shin, your feet. Really a feeling that the light is falling over you and taking away any locked energies within you. Just sit here and feel your own breath. And then you may slowly open your eyes. And you can take away your block and your pillow if you've used that. And then come in upright kneeling position, taking an inhale and pulling your right feet out to the right side. Inhaling your right arm out to the right side on your shin or on the floor. And then inhale left arm over you and pull it over to the right side. You may look up and take the hands a little further back. Take one more inhale and an exhale. And then inhale both arms up, knee back in place. And take with your left hand on your left heel and inhale with your right hand over to your left heel in a back bend. Take 2 breaths here. And then inhale both arms up. And again take the arms down. And take the left leg out to the side. Take an inhale here. And fold the torso over you to the left side. Hand and floor on your shin. And then inhale arm up to the ceiling. And fold it over to the left side. Gate pose. Try to take the arm over you a little further back so you only can glance the arm. Looking up, take an inhale and exhale. Inhale both arms up, knee back in the floor, and take with your right arm to the right heel and Back bending slightly over towards the right heel. Take 2 breaths here. And then coming back, inhaling up and placing your both hands in your mat on all fours. And here we take an inhale in cow pose, arching the spine. Exhaling, rounding the back, pushing yourself up to cat pose. Then take 2 rounds more in your own pace, following the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And taking your arms a little forward, coming up to plank pose. Inhale, exhale down to chaturanga, and fully down to your mat. And here we take 3 small cobras. Inhaling up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and maybe the last one a little further up. Inhale up, exhale down. And the next you can choose either cobra or up dog. So inhale up, and then push yourself back with your hands on the mat to down dog. Stretch your knees and let the hip come up towards the ceiling, pushing yourself back in down dog. Straighten your spine, and if it feels comfortable for you, you can also walk the dog here in the first down dog. Sometimes it's nice to get a little flexibility here, so do what's best for you. And take 2 further breaths. And then you can walk forward. Inhale up to a half forward fold. Straight spine. Exhale down, forward fold, Uttanasana. And then inhaling both arms up, palms together, and down to prayers pose. Take the arms fully down in Tadasana. Grounding. And then going inside yourself, feeling your own breath, feeling your inhale and your exhale. And when thoughts from outside come in, then you can try to wipe them away and going back to your own breath. Use the breath as an anchor for you. Always come back to that. Then inhale both arms up, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, neutral spine, and jump or walk back. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale up, up dog or cobra, and then push yourself back to down dog. Take 2 breaths here. Next time maybe you will challenge yourself for jumping forward, or you can also walk. So do again what you think is best for you. Come forward. Inhale up to neutral spine. Either the hands on your knees, or you can take them here. Again, do what is best for you. Exhale down. And inhale both arms up, arms together. Back to prayers pose. Take an inhale and exhale, and then inhale both arms up, forward fold, Inhale, neutral spine. And maybe jump back. Chaturanga and down. Inhale up. And pushing yourself back to down dog. Take one inhale here. Exhale. And then maybe jumping forward. Inhale to neutral spine. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, both arms up. Back to prayers pose. Inhale, both arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to neutral spine. Jumping back, chaturanga and down. Inhale up. And pushing yourself back to down dog. And here again, jumping back here to your hands. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale, both arms up. Prayers pose. And Tadasana. Stay here. Again, going inside yourself again. Maybe with closed eyes. Take an inhale. Exhale. And then inhaling both arms up. Forward fold. Inhale up to neutral spine. Jumping back. Exhale down. Inhale up. And pushing yourself back to down dog. From here we inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling, pushing forward to your hands, back leg is parallel with the short end of the mat, back to a warrior two. And you can check your arms out if they are aligned, parallel with each other. Change your knee is over your ankle. Feeling that you have a good grounding on both your feet. Looking forward. And from here you take your right hand, holding your palms upwards on your right thigh, and taking the left hand over you. And still with a 90 degrees in your front leg. Glancing up to your left arm, trying to keep both arms as stretched as possible. Taking an inhale and exhaling, coming back to warrior two. And again, maybe checking out your position here, and then you can straighten the front leg, moving your palms around so they are turning this way, and then inhaling far forward as possible and pushing yourself down, left hand on the floor, right hand on top, aligned and parallel with each other. Tighten your kneecap here, looking up to your right hand. You might even turn the palm so it's facing forward to your left foot. So you're out rotating your shoulder. And then bending the front leg, putting your left elbow on top. Straighten your right arm over you, parallel with your right thigh, your right leg, looking up to your right arm, and try not to use too much effort here, so just supporting slightly. And then from here, you're inhaling both arms up. Back leg was turned 60 degrees into a warrior one. And hips are turning forward to your left leg. And you might even pull your palms together and looking up to through your thumbs. And from here we go forward in a warrior 3. So bending the front leg and pushing yourself forward. Right leg going up. And see if you can have the hands and the back leg slightly higher than your torso. Taking a couple of breaths. And then you fold over to a standing split. Folding over your standing leg. Pushing the other leg up towards the ceiling. And then coming back with the leg to a forward fold. Inhaling up and exhaling down, and then inhaling both arms up, palms together and back to a prayer. And again, going inward yourself again, back to your breath. Take an inhale, exhale, and then inhaling both arms up, palms together, forward fold. Inhale up, jumping or walking back to Chaturanga. Inhale up, Cobra or Up Dog. And pushing yourself back, Down Dog. Stay here for 2 breaths. And then you inhale, right leg up towards the ceiling, putting it towards between your hands, turning the back leg parallel with the short end of the mat in a warrior 2. Both hands parallel with each other, palms facing down, biceps turning up, pointing, looking to your right arm. And put your left hand on the left thigh, palms facing upward, right hand over your head, and this palm turning down towards the floor. And check your position here with the leg, so it's not turning either way or in or out, over your heel, 90 degrees. Take an inhale, exhale, and then inhale, and exhaling back to warrior 2. Take 2 breaths here. And then you can straighten your right leg, palms turning at the other back of the room here, and then inhaling forward as far as possible, and then taking your right hand to your shin or to the floor, and the left hand over you, looking up to the left hand. And again, you can turn the palm so it's facing to your front right leg. Out rotating the shoulders. And then bending your front leg, placing your elbows on top of your thigh or your knee, and then extending your left hand over you, making a nice triangle here, looking up to your left hand, Taking 2 further breaths. And here we raise our hands up towards the ceiling, turning the back leg to 60 degrees. Inhaling up in Warrior 1. And if you like, you can take the palms together, looking up past your thumbs. Straighten the arms. Taking an inhale, exhale, and then coming forward into a Warrior 3, lifting the back leg up, pushing yourself forward, finding the balance, and then again you can see if you can lift the back leg higher than your torso, and maybe also the arms. And then we come down to a standing split. Exhale down. Forward folding over your right leg. Pushing your back leg up to the ceiling. Taking an inhale. And exhaling, coming back. Uttanasana. And from here we just inhale both arms up, folding the hands together, exhaling down to prayer's pose, coming back to Tadasana. Take a couple of breaths here, going inward in yourself, and you might imagine that the light is falling over you. Spring is coming. We're moving away from winter, and we are in spring. And then inhale both arms up. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale up and jumping, walking back. Inhale up, pushing yourself back to a down dog. And from here we inhale left leg up, pushing it forward through your hand, and we inhale, push the back leg here in, and then inhale up in a low lunge. Take an inhale and an exhale, and one more inhale, and then exhale both hands on the floor and push the left feet up, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, and you might push yourself a little further to the front here, walking your hands also forward, bending over in a Hanumanasana crab. Taking 2 more breaths. And then you can put your sole of the foot in the mat again. Inhaling your arms up, taking around each elbow here in a back bend, slight back bend. Ajnasana. Taking 2 breaths more. And then take both arms down on the inside of your left feet. Inhaling left arm up. And you can also strengthen the back leg if you like. Looking up to your left hand. 2 further breaths. And then taking the left arm on the outside of your left feet and bringing the feet closer together, slightly closer than Trikonasana, pointing your right toe onto your right side of the mat, bending over your left leg in a Parsvatanasana. Trying to use not too much force with your hands, only staying a little on your fingertips. So using most of your grounding with your legs. And then slowly coming up, taking your hands in your hip, and here from pulling your palms together, interlacing your fingers, and slightly back bending. Take an inhale and exhale. Coming out of the position, bending the left leg, putting your left hand in front of your left feet, taking your right hand in your hip, pulling your right leg up towards the ceiling in an Ardha Chandrasana, and then you can, when you find the balance, taking your right hand up to the ceiling and maybe looking up to that right hand and trying to get your right leg up slightly higher than your hip. And from here, take right hand in the floor, right leg, forward fold, inhale up, exhale down again, and then inhale both arms up, palms together, back to prayer. Taking an inhale and exhale. Inhale both arms up, palms together, forward fold. Inhale neutral spine and jump or walk back. Exhaling down to Chaturanga, inhaling up, pushing yourself back to down dog. Take an inhale and exhale. And then inhale, right leg up, pushing it forward through your hands, putting your left knee in the floor. Inhale both arms up in a low lunge. Coming back to your breath, feeling yourself inside. Wiping away when thoughts are coming from the outside, as they do, which is normal. But try to see if you can wipe them away and go back to your breath by being here in the present moment. Then you can move your right leg further to the front, pointing your feet up to the ceiling, taking both of your arms on the floor. And then folding your torso over your leg, maybe taking hands further forward in a Hanumanasana prep. Staying here for further 2 breaths. And then taking the sole of the feet on the floor. And here, take your arms up, inhale up, taking around your elbows, slightly back bending in our Vinyasana. Take 2 breaths more. And then take both arms down, both hands on the inside of your right leg. Inhaling, right arm up towards the ceiling. And you can also stretch the back left leg if you want to do this. You can also stay down. Look up to your right hand in a revolved lunge pose. Take 2 breaths more. And then take your right hand on the outside of your right leg, taking the feet closer together, left toe pointing upwards to your left side of the mat, folding over with your torso over your right leg in the Parsvatanasana. And again, try not to use too much effort with your hands, staying on your fingertips, only using this for supporting the balance. And start to coming up, taking with your hands to your hip, interlacing your fingers, palms together, to a slight back bend. Tighten your kneecap. Take one inhale, and then exhaling, bending the right leg. Taking your right hand in the floor, just in front of your right feet, left hand in your hip, and then slightly coming up with your left feet. And when you feel that you have the balance to it, then you might straighten your left arm towards the ceiling and pushing your left leg slightly higher than your hip, looking up to your left arm. Taking a couple of breaths, and then again, taking the left arm down, left feet down to exhaling, inhaling up, neutral spine, exhaling back, inhale both arms up, palms together, and back to prayer pose. Arms down, Tadasana. And then I just turn around here so you can see me better. Starting here in Vrikshasana, taking your left hand and your left hip, taking with your right hand, your right ankle, and place the sole of the foot and your thigh, opening up, knee pointing to the right side, taking the hands together in a prayer pose, finding the balance, and then maybe taking both arms up. Take here a couple of breaths, look forward, smiling, and then you can take the hands back to prayer pose again. And from here we go to Garudasana, so taking the right arm underneath the left, palms together, and then the right leg turns around the left thigh. And if you need, like me, to support toe in the floor, it's fine. And finding the balance, and then you can coming down a bit, and then straighten the overarms out so they are slightly parallel with the floor. Then maybe taking your toe from the floor if you have not already done that. And then unwinding your hands like an eagle flying or a plane, coming forward, finding the balance, and then pushing your arm forward and your leg pushing back in a warrior 3. And here again, see if you can take your right leg higher than your torso and the hands as well. And here, right hand on the floor. Taking your left hand up in a reversed Chandrasana. Take a couple of breaths. And then taking the feet down to the floor, forward fold. Inhale, neutral spine, back to forward fold, and then inhaling both arms up, arms together, and back to prayer pose. I just shift side here, so you can see me from a different angle. And from here, take your right hand and your right hip, and taking the left hand on your left ankle, and pushing the sole of the foot in your thigh. Try to find the balance. Knee out to the side, hands together in a prayer pose. And from here, taking the arms up to the ceiling, looking forward, hands back in prayer. And then we take Garudasana on the other side. So taking left arm underneath your right, palms together, and taking the left leg around your right thigh, coming down a bit, thumbs in your forehead, and pushing the overarms up, slightly up so they are more or less parallel with the floor. Then take an inhale, and exhale the arms, unwinding the arms. Again, flying like an eagle or an aeroplane. Finding the balance, pushing the arms forward. Back leg up in warrior 3. See if you can push the back leg up slightly higher. Still finding the balance. And the hands also a little higher. Take an inhale and exhale. Left hand to the floor, right hand up to the ceiling, lifting the back leg up, looking up to your right hand in a reverse Chandrasana, and then coming back, forward fold, inhaling up, and then exhaling down into a squat position, Malasana. You may take your hands together, pushing with your elbows to the outside, your legs so they're going out. And then staying here, take a couple of breaths. And then from here we go into a Bakasana, taking the hands down in the floor, taking the feet a little in so they are on top of, just underneath your shoulders. And here you can push your knees in around your armpits, so you can take them on the outside and then go forward. It's really a matter of preference. I like to do it this way, and then coming up with your feet, toes together, straighten the elbows a little in, and then look forward. Take a couple of breaths, and then coming back again, down, and back to squat position, Malasana. And we take our hands to the front here, folding our torso forward. And you might walk your hands a little slightly forward, folding your torso down in between your legs. Take a couple of breaths. And then we come into a down dog. So take your legs back, push yourself back with hands in the floor, push your hips back, heels in the mat, and let your hips pushing upwards towards the ceiling. Straighten your back. And from here, you jump in between your hands and come down sitting. In Dandasana. And from Dandasana, we go into Navasana. So taking your legs up, somewhere around parallel with the floor, or you can also turn that upwards. Taking your hands forward, pushing your chest forward, and then we exhale, coming down with the lower back of the floor, still having the feet up, and then we inhale up again, and we exhale down. Take two more, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and from here take your toes, push the leg apart, forward with your chest, finding the balance, and take a couple of breaths. You might close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Then you bring your legs together, pushing them into yourself, into your chest, chest forward, and then you might release, still keeping the legs up, and then again coming back on your lower back, and then bending the right leg, and taking with your hands around your knee, pulling you up, and then inhale the other leg up, pushing the right leg out, bending the left, and pushing yourself up. We do this again. Inhale the other leg up, stretching out, bending, pull yourself up. Inhale, exhale out, and take a round and bend, pull yourself up. Two more of these. Inhale, take out, bend, lift up. Inhale, stretch, bend, and out. And from here, you take your soles of the foot in the floor, lying down on your mat. In the beginning here, we go into bridge pose. It would be good to have a block here. You can put that in between your legs, and then bring your heels towards your buttocks, and then we inhale up and exhale down. We take 5 of these. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale, exhale, 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then we come up again, interlacing the hands underneath, coming up on your shoulders, pushing with your head in the mat. So trying to release any tension around your neck. And from here you come up on your toes, lifting your heels. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. 3 more, come. Inhale, exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And here you can release the block in between, still staying in same position. Then take your right leg up, so it's parallel with your left thigh, and inhale up, exhale here. Inhale, exhale. 3 more, come on. Inhale, exhale. In and out. And the last, in and out. And take the knee down. We take the other side. So taking the leg up. Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And you can release, pulling the hands out here to the side and coming easily down on your spine. Straighten the feet out. To just a short shavasana here, staying here for 3 breaths. And again, try to go inward yourself and somehow feeling and imagining that the light is falling over you, shining through your body, and the light is consuming if any locked energies within you. And then we roll over on our bellies. Straighten the arms out. And your legs into a Shalabhasana. So we go for 5 breaths up. Here, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more, down, 2 more, exhale, and the last one, and coming down. Take 1 in, and 1 out, and then the next one here, we inhale up, and stay here for 5 counts, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, coming down. And from here, you push yourself back to an up dog, and exhaling back to down dog. Take 2 breaths here. And then we inhale our left leg up, pulling to the front of our hands, and then inhaling arms up to the ceiling, and then twisting to the left side. Inhale up, exhale, inhale up, exhale, and this time inhale, palms together, down to your chest, around your sternum, and then twisting with your right elbow on top of your left knee, and take a couple of breaths here. And then set your right knee on the floor, inhale, arms up, interlacing your fingers in a back bend. Take 2 breaths here, looking up, and then from here, take your right hand on the inside of your left feet and grab with your around on your outer edge of your right feet, thumb pad turning upwards and looking back in a somehow reversed pigeon pose, pulling your heel back to your buttocks, looking to your left side, and here release, and going on the outer side of your right foot, and taking your left feet supporting, finding a good stability here around your shoulder in a somewhat of one-legged side plank with supported leg. And when you have a good support here around your shoulder, take your left leg on top of that right leg, and then you can take around your ankle and placing the sole of the foot in your inner thigh in a top 3 position here, pointing upward. And when you have the stability, you can take your hand up, looking up, straighten the arm, straighten the bottom leg, and if you would like to go further, you can take out your feet to the floor in a wild thing, bending and looking up, and coming back to plank, and pushing yourself back to a down dog. Taking a couple of breaths, and then inhaling right leg up, move the front, and again inhale arms up, turning this time to your right side, twisting, inhale up, exhale, inhale up, and exhale. And inhale, palms together, down to your chest, putting your left elbow on your right knee or thigh, taking your hands in towards your sternum, and remember to straighten the back leg, take a couple of breaths. From here, put your left knee in the floor, inhaling arms up, interlacing your fingers around your back, palms together, back bending, and then releasing, taking your left hand on the inside of your right, and taking with your right hand on the outer foot, thumb turning, pointing upward, pushing your heel into your buttocks, and looking to your right and looking back. in a reverse pigeon pose. Then releasing, going on the outer edge of your feet, and taking your right leg, supporting in a side plank, and again, feeling that you have a good stability around your shoulder. And from here you can take your right leg on top, and taking your hand in your hip, and then grabbing and putting your sole of the foot inside of your thigh, knee pointing up, feet pointing down, and taking your arm up, straighten the bottom leg, straighten the upper arm, and the grounded arm, looking up. And if you want to go further from here, you might bend over in a wide thing, taking an inhale and exhale, coming back to a plank and pushing yourself back to down dog. And we stay here for a further 3 breaths. And then you can come down on your knees, stretching the head forward in a balasana, and taking the hands together, prayer position, grounding, going within yourself again, going back to your breath. Taking one inhale and one exhale. Take your arms to the front, strengthen your legs, pushing yourself back to down dog. And from here we go into a Shisulasana. So we are placing the elbows in the mat, walking slightly closer. Your head coming down to the floor, still staying over the mat, and pushing yourself back. We're trying to prepare ourselves to a headstand position. So stay here, pushing the hip upwards. And then coming again back to a down dog. And from here I like to do just some, I call them Shakti waves, that where we are inhaling our forward, slightly forward, a little more forward than plank, pushing the knee downward, not on the floor, and exhaling back, inhaling forward, knees downward, and pushing yourself back. We take that one more. Inhale and exhale. Putting the knees on the floor. And here you can place your elbows just below your shoulders, interlacing your fingers, thumb pads pointing upwards, placing your head on the floor and the back of your head going into your palms, taking around with your thumb pads around the back of your head, around your neck, and then feeling that you have a good grounding here. And then you can curl your toes, lifting your knees, straighten the legs and coming forward. going as forward as possible here. And here I would recommend just try to lift one knee first and one feel a knee, feeling the balance. If you feel it's okay, that you're supported enough around your hands and your head, then you can start to come up with both and lifting yourself up, still bending your knees. And when you have your knees upwards towards the ceiling, then you can start straightening your legs and finding the balance. And pointing your toes upwards the ceiling. Taking 3 further breaths here. And then easily coming down again, 1 feet at a time. And pushing yourself back to Balasana. Nice counter pose after Shirsasana 1. And then we come back to our down dog. Pushing yourself back with the hands on the floor. And we're going to the last part of our journey here together. So again, try to dig into yourself, find your own breath, clear away any incoming thoughts from the outside. And this time we inhale our left feet up, push the knee over to your left wrist, and feeling that your knee is in a nice position, so you're not hurting your knee. And you might place different angles here, and then coming forward in a pigeon pose, feeling a nice stretch in your left hip. And then we stay here for 5 breaths. Take an inhale and exhale, then coming out of the pose, taking your right leg around and the right feet just here at your left thigh, and taking with your left hand around your right knee, getting a straight spine. Supporting with your right hand, and you might also take your left heel into your buttocks here. If you want a further stretch, you can take your hand outside, stretching further. And if you want even more, then you can see if you can reach down to your feet. Still keeping this spine straight. And then coming out of this pose, coming back to down dog. And then we take the other side. Inhaling right leg up. And pushing the right knee just around your right wrist. And again, finding a good position for your knee. Folding over and getting a good stretch here at your right hip, and we stay here for 5 breaths. Take an inhale and exhale. Coming out of this pose, take your left feet and leg around. Feet just here at your right thigh. Take with your right hand around your left knee. Keeping the spine straight. And again, if you want a further stretch, you can take your hand, your elbows just outside your knee. And if you are very flexible and want even more stretch, you can see if you can catch your feet, but still having a straight spine here. And then releasing and coming back to down dog, just short. And then we jump in through your hands and coming down, lying, and taking inside of your knees, outside of your feet, in a happy baby. Pushing your legs out a bit. And then take an inhale. And then exhale and see if you can straighten the spine, putting the lower back down into the floor. And from here we go to the last part of our session by taking with our right hand on the outside of our left and taking with the left on the right feet, pushing that one down and straighten the left over to the right side. In Yin Yoga we call this cat pulling its tail. And here you can look over to your left side, keeping this position for further 3 breaths. And then releasing, take around your knees and just massaging your spine, going in all direction, up and down and to the side. Before we take the last side here in our spinal twist, so take with your left hand on the outer edge of your right feet, push that in and over to your left side, and then take with your right, pull that down, straighten the right leg and bending the left, and then looking over to your left side, and keep this position here for 3 further breaths before we go into Shavasana. See if you can have your back on the floor as well. And then releasing and taking with your hands around your knees, rolling on your spine, and then you can release and come into Shavasana position. So find a good and relaxed position here. Feel that your head is relaxed. Release any tension around your head, around your jaw, around your shoulders, Just feel your breath in and out, how your ribcage is rising on your inhale, falling slightly on your exhale. And then you can start again, imagine that the light is falling over you, shining through you. Moving over your body, over your hip, your thighs, your knees, your legs, your feet. Just staying here in Shavasana. We will wrap up here, but if you want to stay here in Shavasana, it's fine. I will roll over to my right side here, staying with my eyes still closed, and then supporting with one hand, I will rise up and sitting, starting as we did, either in hero pose or here in easy pose, taking the hands together, palms together, around sternum, taking to the forehead. Namaste. Thanks for me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, you're very much welcome. Thanks for now. Namaste.